In our previous video, we saw how to install the IDP-3 pump on an Agilent GCMS. Today, I'm going to walk you through the simple maintenance on the pump. The only maintenance needed on an IDP-3 pump is a tip seal change. This should be done after 9,000 hours, as indicated on your pump's hour meter. For those of you used to working with traditional 4-line pumps, there's no messy oil to change out and no dirty oil to dispose of. While it's possible to do the maintenance with the 4-line hose pump attached, we've disconnected the hose to make it easier for us to show you how to do it. For your safety, you should disconnect the power cord before doing any maintenance on the IDP-3 pump. Using the hex key, remove the plastic cover from the front of the pump and disconnect the electrical connector that powers the fan. Set the cover aside. Now use the same hex head tool to remove the stationary or outboard housing. Remove the worn tip seals from the outboard housings and discard them. You'll need to clean the tip seal grooves with a little IPA and a cotton swab. But don't forget to wear your safety glasses. Now it's time to install the new tip seals. Press the tip seal into the groove of the outboard scroll by starting from the center and working outward in a clockwise direction. Cut off the tip seal, leaving about 1/8 of an inch, or about 3 millimeters, from the outer end of the groove to allow for some expansion of the tip seal. Now install the tip seal into the groove of the orbiting or inboard housing scroll as in the previous step. Remove the O-ring from the pump frame and replace it with the new one included in the kit. Reinstall the outboard housing by lining up the locating pins. Make sure that the tip seals don't fall out of the grooves and that the O-ring remains in place. Next, reinstall the bolts and firmly tighten them to about 5.5 Newton meters. Reconnect the electrical fan connector. Then reinstall the front cowling using the same hex tool. Reconnect the 4-line hose. If this is a first-time installation or if you've recently completed a tip seal change, we recommend that the IDP-3 be run in gas ballast mode. This is necessary to remove moisture from inside the pump, allowing it to achieve its ultimate vacuum. Before starting your instrument, use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the screw from the gas ballast fitting and install the gas ballast filter from your install kit. Then plug the IDP-3 pump into the 24-volt power supply. The instrument is now ready to return to service. Initiate the pump down sequence from the front of the GCMS. You'll notice the IDP-3 pump starts right away. Then, after about 10 seconds, the isolation valve on the top of the pump will open, allowing the pump to evacuate the analyzer. If in the first 10 seconds the pump is making excessive noise or is laboring to spin up, it's probably the main O-ring that isn't properly seated. In that case, stop the pump down sequence, disconnect the IDP-3 from electrical power, and recheck the seating of that main O-ring on the pump frame. When the pump starts, you'll hear the isolation valve open after about 10 seconds, and then you'll hear the high vacuum, or turbo pump, begin to ramp up. After a few minutes, you'll see that the high vacuum pump reaches 100% speed, indicating everything is normal. After allowing the mass spec to re-equilibrate for about 2 hours, auto-tune the instrument to ensure it's performing properly. I'm sure you'll agree that this simple tip seal change was much easier than the messy oil change process associated with traditional 4-line pumps. And again, there's no used oil to dispose of, saving money and saving the environment. For more information about the oil-free IDP-3 pump, including step-by-step instructions for installing the pump on your GCMS, please see our other video in this series. As always, feel free to contact Agilent with any questions on this or any other options for your use.